Hey everybody, Morgana Galaxia here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks, I think, since I've been on. Just lots of things going on. Work. I was under the weather for a while. Then I was focusing on these hearings. But anyways, I'm back today to, obviously, let's see, who do I want to get into today? I'll tell you. So they're chattering on TV about whether the January 6th Commission is going to forward any, potential indictments to AG Garland. Sorry. So yeah, I want to take a look at that. I cannot fathom a reason that they wouldn't, especially because they're kind of given the impression that it's the chairman who doesn't maybe want to forward these indictments, Benny Thompson. As a Democrat, I just can't imagine why he wouldn't want to forward that over. So I'm going to take a look at that. I also want to take a look at Merrick Garland. What's he thinking about? Well, how's he feeling right now? Is he getting closer? Let's take a look at that. And I'll leave it there and I'll see what the time is, what I can do after that. All right, so let's get started with the January 6th Commission. I've been watching, I watched the whole thing, right? Both sessions, watched the whole thing. It's pretty riveting. I will tell you my one complaint is that they're not making as full use of their witnesses as I would have thought. It's kind of like, they're narrating a story and those witnesses are just going to be there for them to verify points of the story as they tell it. So they might talk a little bit, ask a question, talk a little bit, ask another question. It's kind of not really what I'm used to thinking of or seeing when I think of, interviewing witnesses. So that's throwing me a little bit. But I understand that they're trying to craft this narrative to really grab the country's attention. But what's the point, right? If you're not going to forward indictments over to Garland, what are you doing? All right, so I guess how should we ask that? We want to know why. Okay, will the committee ultimately forward indictments to AG Merrick Garland? Will they ultimately at the end? Sometimes the media makes big deal out of things or, mountains and molehills. In the end, will the January 6th committee forward indictments against Trump? Well, or anybody, whatever indictments they see fit to forward, will they forward any indictments over to the Attorney General's office? The viewers want to know. There's all this talk about a split in the committee, just a much ado about nothing. Will indictments be sent over to Merrick Garland? All right. Let's see. And I'll bring you down for the spread. All right. Let's see. Let's do a fuller reading here. Okay, so we're starting off here with the sun. So essentially that is a yes card right off the bat. And this is about full exposure, about everything that was once hidden is now being exposed, the light shining in the darkness. There's hope, there's optimism here. Take heart, your promised victory, right? All those great things. So I will bring this back up. I'm going to say, I like that card right off the bat. We're getting a yes, exposure, hope, and optimism. So those are the yeses on the committee who want to send those indictments over. What's the challenge? The challenge is the Six of Pentacles, Oh, so this has to do with the money, right? Transferring of money, the give and take, the some who have, some who don't, following the money, bribes and corruption. So that's the challenge. Why wouldn't they want to send any indictments over? So, the worst case scenario would be maybe someone was bribed or paid off not to do that. That doesn't seem likely to me, given the committee's purpose, who's on it, what they've uncovered. My thinking really goes to Trump's finances, Trump's money, those around him, his inner circle's money, and all the sort of financial shenanigans that they've been doing. If they don't want to send indictments over, maybe it's because they feel it's incomplete. What would the indictments be? Obviously, inciting an insurrection. It would be, for conspiracy to defraud the voters, those things. But this is talking about money. So whatever the challenge is to sending any indictments over would be about money, following the money, payoffs, bribes, schemes, this kind of thing. Again, it's hard for me to think that would be the committee because it is bipartisan. They are there to kind of check each other. So it makes me think, did they uncover something that would blow something up they don't want to blow up, that pulls in other people they don't want to pull in? Is there more investigating that needs to be done before they want to send indictments over? Maybe the insurrection, inciting the insurrection, defrauding the U.S., maybe that's kind of the start, right? Those are the obvious things we all know and we want to nail them for. But as the last video that Rep. Lofgren showed during the second hearing told us, there is a huge fraud afoot from Trump, drumming up donor money, right? So he's using this lie to defraud his MAGA people to send him money. So he's defrauding them financially. So there's something about financial fraud here that's kind of a sticking point in some way or another. And I'm just keep thinking, they want to get him on more. There's more to uncover. There's more to investigate. This is a rabbit hole. The more you look, the more you find. They can go deeper and deeper and deeper. Maybe they just don't want to wrap it up with inciting an insurrection and just send that over and then have it be a done deal. Maybe there's more they want to do. That's kind of all I'm really getting as to why they wouldn't. Why wouldn't you send those indictments over, right? There's some money changing hands. There's some scheming going on. If it's not that, if you want to take maybe the higher road look at it, there's just more they need to uncover, more information to be found out. They're not done investigating yet. They're not done looking at all the pieces yet. This is like, think of it like an audit card. You're really going in and auditing line by line. You want to, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. I feel like that work's not done. They have more work that they still need to do. They're still weighing evidence. They're still weighing potential crimes. So this is kind of my guess. If there is any hem and hawing about sending anything over, it's because they're not done. They've uncovered a gold mine of crimes, and they maybe just want to do more work, build that case more, pad it more with, the full set of everything that Trump's done. This is a challenge, but this is kind of where I'm going with that. All right. Are they going to send indictments over? In the sky, what do they have to come face to face with? Four of Swords. So a retreat, an illness, stepping back, rethinking, recalculating. So what they're going to come face to face with is having to kind of step back on the back foot, rethink their strategy, kind of get creative, rethink their goals here. So this would kind of indicate to me that there is maybe some conflict in the committee about this. This conflict between the members is going to set them back. They're going to have to retreat a little, talk amongst themselves, figure this out, re-strategize. How do we want to move forward? So they are going to have something they need to work through together as a committee that they'll do stepped back from the public, okay? They're going to take a pause, get that done. At the base of this question is the Ace of Swords, okay? So at the very base of, are they going to send these indictments over? We have the Sword of Justice right here. So this would tell me that yes, it's, and again, we have swords up in this card as well, right? So the work has started. Again, I just think the work has started. They've uncovered a lot. We're hearing a lot. They needed to get this out there before the midterms for sure. Let the public kind of percolate with it a little bit. But at the very core of it, this is about justice. It's about righteousness. It's about the rule of law. And that sword is unsheathed. They're going about this work. But I think, again, I feel like this is reinforcing that there's more work to do. It's not complete yet. There's more to find out. Everything that they find out has just led them further down a rabbit hole, and there's more. And they want to make this as complete and robust and full as possible. There's more work to do, more investigating to be done, more crimes to be found. They are still about the work of justice. And that's what's foundational to them. Yeah, it's on TV, and yeah, we're all fascinated with it. And it's like, it's a circus right now. But the purpose of this committee is seeing justice get done. That is going to have to be their first priority. And if that means holding back, doing more investigations, finding more stuff out, moving, they're going to have to do that. So their past energy that they're just finished moving through is, no surprise, the devil. So again, this is in the past. This is the devil energy. I think this, we could, very simply, this is Trump and the circle and the whole insurrection, all the evilness that went on, the hypocrisy, the lying, the trying to steal this election, the coup, all of that, boom, right here with the devil. So this is also a nice reminder that, Trump is still active. Trump still has influence. Trump still has a lot of people, right, following him, paying attention to him. They need to tread carefully around Trump, his circle, and his MAGA followers. There's danger. There's danger there, okay? There's a danger of violence. And while they're, moving through this process and, most of this is behind us. Trump's obviously no longer president. Everything he's done is behind us. We're in the process of investigating it. He's still dangerous. He still has people who fight for him. He can still attack. He's still dangerous. So they need to keep that in mind as they're doing their work. Now, yesterday's hearings today's Tuesday. So yesterday's hearings was a good reminder about that. The one guy, forget his name and state, that was saying, as soon as Trump said this tweet, the harassment moved from general harassment against him to very personal harassment against him, his family, his children, posting pictures of his address and his home and his children's ages and etc. It's very dangerous, very dangerous. So the committee, that's in the back of the mind there when they're trying to determine what their next steps are going to be. Maybe they need to mitigate some danger, kind of get some people reined in a little before they put more people at risk. But dangers afoot. It might be for the most part behind us, but they still need to be careful. All right, moving into their future energy, we have the Six of Cups, which is all about nostalgia and how we did things in the past and going back to a better yesterday. So they want to try and get things back to what it used to be, right? Get American democracy shored up, kick out these rotten politicians, try and get some, reasonably ethical people in public office, just, get rid of the hypocrisy, get rid of the lies. So justice, they're trying to, put America, right our ship, get us back to where we used to be. Government was never perfect. There's plenty of corrupt people that's been in office for a long time. Mitch McConnell. But it's never been like it is now with Trump, right? So we need to start reestablishing our norms, reestablishing best practices, reestablishing rule of law, right? All these things that America's founded on that we take such pride in, that Trump has flouted and thrown out the window, they need to reestablish these things. Another thing that's occurring to me, of course, is, one of the main reasons that they might not send indictments over to the AG's office is because they want to respect the office of the president. Even if they don't respect Trump, they want to respect that office, right? We've never indicted a president before. We've never arrested a president before. No, ex-presidents have always been given all this respect, all this leeway. I mean, for example, Nixon, he got pardoned before they can even, try to go after him, just because, his service as president should keep him out of jail. So there might be an element of this with Trump, even though Trump might be, a criminal piece of garbage. Maybe they don't want to start a precedent of former presidents being indicted. Because if the country does flip, whether it's this election or some future election, and these, Matt Gaetz type Republicans get a hold of the government again, guess what the first thing they're going to do is, and they've already said this, is try and impeach Biden or try and impeach whatever Democratic president's in office. And if we can throw the book at Trump, they'll be able to do that to a future president as well. So what I'm wrapping up to is they might think that not forwarding, indictments to the AG, not pursuing, arresting, and imprisoning Trump, while they don't care about Trump, they might ultimately be trying to protect the office of the presidency long term for Democratic presidents that later might be struggling with a Republican House and Senate. That's just another reason I can think of. Again, this nostalgia card, just not wanting to break that norm, not wanting to do something that we've never done before. Let's just, respect the office of the presidency as much as possible. I don't know. I feel like that, my personal opinion would be that's a mistake. You either believe in justice or you don't. No one's above the law, or they are. You can't have it two ways. But again, this card is pointing to wanting to keep some norms in place, wanting to sort of be what we used to be. Have the office of the presidency be respected still, not wanting to put that position or start a precedent where they can be, tried and jailed just by the opposing party. But again, if the Benny Thompson, the Democrat, is the one who's hemming and hawing, I'm still not, I don't know what the reason is, but this reading is telling me, yes, they're in discussions. Hello. Yes, they're in discussions. They're kind of on the back foot. They've got some things to work through. They're strategizing a little bit about this because they're not sure. They're not sure. I still feel like they've got so much more to uncover, so much more to do. They're under constant threat and pressure. They really don't want to change how the public and how government can punish a president. But I mean, if Trump doesn't deserve it, who does? Oh my God. But again, undergirding this whole reading, justice is here. The sword of justice is here. Justice is being done. We're witnessing it. It's never pretty. It's never simple. But I'm going to go back to the opening card of the spread and the sun, and this is a yes. So I am going to say that this reading is telling me that when all is said and done, ultimately, yes, that they will forward some indictments over to the Attorney General's office. They need that. The justice needs to be done. The public needs to know everything that's going on. And the public needs to be satisfied as well. This is a karmic moment for the country, and that karma needs to be satisfied. The people need to be made happy and satisfied. And so this is a yes card, and that's what I'm going to take for that. All right. So that is my reading on indictments. Yeah, well, let's take a look at Merrick Garland, okay? Where is he right now? So no doubt he's watching these hearings closely. He has access to everything that the commission, the committee has. They're sending, at least they're, we know that they're sending all the documents, all the emails, all the evidence over to Merrick Garland. So he's in possession of all that. We know that he's investigating Trump, and all the boxes that were found at Mar-a-Lago with possibly classified documentation. He's finally, we understand that he's looking at that. He's looking at the fraudulent elector scheme. So, the wheels are grinding. The wheels are grinding. Is this putting any fire under Merrick Garland's ass at all? He needs a foot in his ass, for sure, to get this going. All right, Merrick Garland, where are you? How are you feeling right now? Show me how Merrick Garland is doing. What is he going to do about this January 6th hearing and all this information, all this evidence, and all this testimony? Where is Merrick Garland sitting now? Where's Merrick Garland sitting now? So the image feeling I'm getting is that he's not sitting quite comfortable in that chair anymore. Like, he's about to get up, okay? He's starting to, he's not solidly sitting and waiting. I feel like, okay, there's some ants in his pants. How is Merrick Garland? Where is he right now? What is he doing? Okay. I'll shuffle one more time, bring you guys down. Merrick Garland. What is going on with Merrick Garland and the Attorney General's office? Merrick Garland. Justice. The Hermit. Those pentacles again. Yep. And yep. Okie dokie. So let me just bring it back up. And we're starting right off here with the Justice card. So that's a great card. Where's Merrick Garland? He's focusing on justice. Okay. Let me just scooch this up a little. He's focusing on justice. That's exactly the card I want to see opening up this spread. The Justice card also, alludes to an ending, because most people face that justice at the end of the scheme, the story, the drama. So we're at the end of this. We know that. We're going through this process. But that's the hearing. For Merrick Garland, this card also would tell me maybe he's finally approaching the end of his process, where he is, reaching the point where he's going to start meting out justice, not just the investigating, not just, pulling in witnesses, but, getting down to brass tacks here. Yeah. Okay. So I think seems like I would say that he's wrapping it up. It's fairly imminent. His challenge is the Hermit. Interesting. So his challenge, yes, this has been his challenge. So he's been, I wouldn't say going it alone, because he does have, obviously staff in the Attorney General's office who assist him, right? So he's not physically alone. But there's some isolation there. So we've talked a little bit before about the Trumpsters that are still in the Attorney General's office. They haven't all been cleared out. He's having to do this work with people around him who might be compromised. Okay, we know that's a situation. So I feel like he's taken some care in isolating himself from the risk of that kind of thing. He's doing a lot of this, not literally alone, but there's focus here. He's being conservative. He's probably keeping a lot of things under wraps, right? He's been super quiet. No leaks. Nothing's getting out. He's not sharing a lot of information, right? He's like an information black hole. Nothing's coming out of this guy. He's being quiet, reserved. Also with this Hermit, very thoughtful. There's a lot of wisdom here. I mean, that's what the Hermit does, right? They go by themselves into that cave or under that tree to meditate, gain wisdom, become smarter, follow the light where it leads. So I think, and I've, read before with Garland that he's doing the work. He's doing the work. He's following the light. He is, gathering the information, gathering the evidence, becoming wiser, becoming smarter, unveiling himself of all, so he has a full picture of what's going on, understanding this whole thing, being conservative, being quiet, below the radar, on the down low, just very isolated, right? This has been a challenge for him. Why? Because everyone is pissed off at him. Where's Merrick Garland? Where's Merrick Garland? He's not doing a damn thing. Even the committee's been complaining about him. So, yeah, the pressure's been on, right? He's been feeling the heat. But he never deterred. He never wavered from, doing the job as he saw fit, even though it was slow going. But that's what I guess he feels he needs to do to ensure that he metes out justice as appropriately as possible. Okay, so in the sky, what's above it all? Well, what a convenience, or I should say, what a coincidence. We have that Six of Pentacles again. So there's something about money here. He's coming face to face with something about money. So I would say whatever's holding up the January 6th commission to move those indictments to him, here's the problem right there. They're in the sky for Merrick Garland. So at some point, yes, that information gets transferred over, or he comes up across the same situation that is troubling the committee. So there's something about money, payoffs and bribes, money, what all the money things. Money, it's money laundering. It could be Trump's, defrauding his constituents and getting donor money by, propping up that big lie, just like Lofgren was talking about. But there's something that is at play for both of these groups, right? The January 6th Commission and the Attorney General's office. Both of these groups, the committee and the office, this is in the sky above them. This is a challenge. This is a problem. Something about money, okay? It's easy to say, oh yeah, this is Trump's financial fraud. Maybe. I hope so, but it's causing a problem. It's causing a problem for both of these groups here. There's more information that they need to find. There's more money to follow. Okay, so what's underneath is the Four of Wands. So this is foundational to this question of Merrick Garland. And to me, this Four of Wands, this is the structure of, I would say, the Attorney General's office right here. He is, as the Attorney General's office, you know, it's a very structured type of environment that in turn ensures that the foundations of the country remain intact, right? This is where I'm going with this four. This is about foundations, your home, you know, making sure that we all have stability, a firm four walls around us, that everything that, you know, our families depend on doesn't come crumbling down, right? It's about being dependable and, you know, strong and stoic and all this kind of thing. So where I'm going as far as the foundation here is that Merrick Garland's really trying his best to create as stable and as strong and as durable of a foundation, a structural foundation that he can for both the Attorney General's office and for any legal work that he needs to do against Trump, right? Everything, you cannot try and indict a president and fail. Oh my God. Whatever moves forward has to absolutely be successful, or else it would just be so damaging to the country. And this is telling us this is his goal. Maintain the stability of the country. Maintain the stability of the Attorney General's office. Maintain the structure of the country. Make sure we all have a strong foundation to stand on. So if anything is incomplete or not satisfactory or kind of half-assed, he's not going to be trying to deal with that. So this is, again, part of why it's taken so long, because he's dotting his I's and crossing his T's. He's doing it right, building as strong a case as possible for us, for the country, so that we don't, so that democracy continues to stand on a firm foundation, okay? So in the past, what do we have? We have the Nine of Wands. So, you know, people have been beaten up on Merrick Garland for a while, right? Merrick Garland, what are you doing? Where are you? We really wish we could depend on you. Where's the AG's office? They've been kind of clubbing this guy. He's a little kneecapped. He's feeling beat up. He's feeling the pressure, no doubt about it. And he's come out multiple times and said, no, I will not be hurried. I will not be deterred. He will not be rushed. He's going to take the time that he wants to take to do what he needs to do. So he's been defending himself, but yeah, he's been beat up, you know, and I'm not going to say for no reason. Tick-tock, mofo, tick-tock. It's been 2 years. Year and a half. All right. So for the final card, we have the Chariot. So things are about to start moving. Things are going to start moving really fast. This is a fight, all right? I wouldn't say necessarily a war, but this is a battle. This is a battle, and this player is rolling into the scene super fast. So yeah, things are starting to roll now that we have these hearings happen. But for the Attorney General, this reading's for him. Just like I said, I think he is coming to the close of his work. He is imminently about to start meting out some justice. Yes, it's been challenging that he's been so slow going here. So slow going. People have been pulling his card for it, man. But I think this reading is telling us those days are coming to a close. He's going to be rolling into action, serious action, very soon. And once that gets started, it's going to be so fast. We're not even going to know what's freaking hitting us, right? Once it, like, I think it was Glenn Kirshner was on TV the other day saying that justice moves slow until it moves fast. It can sometimes feel like it's all happening at once. I'm getting chills right now. So I'm going to say, yeah, I think he's right there at the precipice. And in very short order, indictments from the committee or not, okay? Indictments or not, his battle's about to be getting started in a big way here. But again, I'm going to come back to this. Something's holding him up, the same thing that's holding up that committee, making them wonder if they should send over indictments. Something is there, all right? So maybe we'll find out what that monetary thing is. It's really causing both of these groups problems. But yeah, I think Merrick Garland, here he is, boom, he's going to be rolling up in it, giving out that justice. And that's what we're all waiting for. So everybody, that's it for me today. If you enjoyed this reading, I hope you click like and come back and visit me again. Hopefully I'll be out here in a few more days. I know they're going to have, apparently they're going to have another committee hearing tomorrow, and then it got postponed. So now they're talking about Thursday, probably in the morning. So we'll see if anything breaking happens. If you all have anything specific you want me to read on, drop me a comment and let me know. I love getting those. They really help me come up with content for you guys, especially now that there's so much in flux, you know. And there's lots to read on, right? Oh my God. Bill Barr, did you love his testimony? What's up with Don Jr.? How's Trump feeling? We'll get all into that in a few more days. All right. But until then, take care, everybody. Have a nice few days. Bye.